If you want to be rocking one hand cannon, definitely the Nazeistra Devotion is the one. I know when it got released, it wasn't the best hand cannon and it was garbage. But hey, guys, come on. With this latest update, not only did the firearm critical rate got increased, which now we are able to see base damage 45%. The critical hit damage is 2.25. And then on top of that, the attribute status effect, which is one of the best things, got increased as well. And also the weak point damage, which also got an increment. So if you like how that sounds, let's dive into this video and let's talk about the Nazeistra Devotion and how this hand cannon is one of the best weapons probably that you want to use. Now, first, I want to talk to you guys about the increments that you're able to see here in the different mods that make this weapon very powerful. Now, have in mind that this is just one infusion of the weapon. You got to be able to make this even more powerful and broken. Definitely, you got to farm this 4 more times, or I believe 5 more times. But let's take a look at the weapon info, and you're able to see here. Now, as you know, this was a 45% base. Now, if you're able to add the different type of mods that you're seeing here, and I'll go through it as well, we're able to increase everything that this weapon becomes very powerful with. And that is the firearm critical hit rate. We're going to go from 45 to 51.3, which is crazy. Fire rate, the hit damage, we went up from 2.5 to 2.88. We got the attribute status effect trigger. And then on top of that, we also increased the weak point damage. Now, as we are able to see here, the different type of mods, our focus here is going to be one, of course, fire rate, ATK. Always got to increase that. But on top of that, we already know that the critical hit damage and also the weak point is like a marriage couple working together. It is going to make this weapon very powerful. So we're going to be taking a look at first. We're going to use the better insight normal because this is going to raise the critical hit rate. And then action reaction, of course, because you got to raise that ATK. And the recoil control, it gives us a nice 5.7. Now, on top of this build here, it's very powerful because the recoil control is crazy. So you're going to be able to hit those crit, and you're also going to be hitting those weak points a lot more than what you think. And then we also have the rifling and reinforcement, raising our ATK. We got the concentration stabilizer. It's going to go down a little bit on recoil, but it's okay because we're going to increase that crit by +4. Then we have this one here. This is a nice one. And guys, this is not even the best mods that you can probably get on this, but it just makes the weapon very powerful. Weak point damage +5, firearm critical hit +4. And then we're going to go into the concentration priority because this is going to raise the crit damage +8, reload time -8. And then we also have the insight focus which is going to raise once again critical by +5 and crit rate by +4. Fire rate, of course, is going to increase by +6 and better concentration firearm critical hit rate +8. All of those are going to make this weapon very useful because it's focusing on the 4 different type of increments that it got on the latest buff. Now, if you're able to infuse this weapon a couple more times, you're going to get the most benefit out of this weapon. And if you're able to focus on all those different mods and level them up, this weapon becomes very insane. One thing that makes this weapon stand out is the devotion mark. As you are leveling up this weapon and you are able to increase the ability level, you're going to go to -30%. And that is going to be the following. So whenever you hit a weak point on a enemy, you're going to decrease the defense on your enemy by 30%. At this moment, my weapon's not leveled up, but it's going to hit a -10%. So it works like this. Let me show you guys. Now, so if we have this guy, if we're going to hit the crit, look at this. Boom. Once we hit it, 157, as you're able to see there. Now, you're able to see here on below the lock point, the lock icon that you see on Slayer, you see that it's in effect. It's an effect. It's an effect. Now, one little trick that I want to show you is go into your menu and you're going to go to options. This is going to make hand cannons and also any weapon that you have to like clack 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 on the trigger. No more of that. Change fire mode to on. So what's going to happen is instead of you guys tapping, all you got to do is just hold it and it's going to do all of them or something. Look at this. Not only are you going to get everything come out a lot faster, but look at this. Now, I did mention to you that with this type of build, you're going to have better recoil. And all you have to do is just hold down on the left thumb and look how easy it is. Look at this. Most of them, my hits are going to be on point, which I'm going to hit the weak side. And also I'm going to be hitting the crit at the same time with different type of enemy, different buff. And look at this. Hitting the weak side, very, very easy. Look at this. Look at that. Very easy. Now with this one as well, look at that. Very easy. And you could be as far as you can, and you're also going to be almost on point each single time. So there you go. Give this weapon a try, because with this latest buff, definitely you do not want to miss out on this weapon. And if you are able to infuse it and raise the power of it, you're going to be dealing a tremendous amount of damage. So thank you guys for watching. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel, turn notifications to all, and we'll see you guys on the next weapon review.